You're now listening to the Cerberus Gridiron Podcast. And now your hosts, Christian and Kris, powered by Cerberus Fantasy Sports.
Yeah, man. All right, let's go on and kick it, man. Let's go. Welcome to the Cerberus Gridiron Podcast. This is episode 20. I mean, 20 in the building. Yeah, so we got a show for you today. We're going to get into the news. We're also going to talk about some trades that we think y'all should be looking out there for. Week 7, getting ready for that playoff stunt, that playoff run. And a lot of people might not be getting ready for the playoffs, but you got to be prepared ahead of time just to keep some of these players and stash them. And might be best just to do that because a lot of people try to tell you to wait until the end. Nah, man, we zig when daggone other people zag here up on Cerberus Gridiron Podcast, powered by Cerberus Fantasy Sports. That's all we got to do here. Zig when daggone zag. But, hey. I am Christian _CFS, your host, and your co-host right here is Mr. Kris.
You forgot my last name? You gonna bring me in? I was waiting to bring me in.
I didn't know if you want me to say last name.
You've been to bring
so
me
I feel
in.
like, hey, man, you
already past 20 episodes. Now he gets stuck. What up, my good people? Shalom, I Kim to my good people. Shalom, I Kim to my bad ones. May you become good. Welcome, week 7, pretty much in the books almost. We got the Eagles of Miami game going on right now.
Oh, yeah, man. It's actually a good game going on right now. So y'all be seeing my head turning, man. Just know, man, the TV right there and watching this great game.
You know what we doing? We rapping. We rapping, baby. Yes, sir.
Yeah, we stay rapping.
Eagles fly.
Wrong thing.
They on a bye week this week, so they chilling.
Yeah, you want to know something? We still looking for that right there. Our first victory, dog. We looking for that first victory, dog.
Trying to get it.
Hey, man, you got to do what you got to do just to get it. But, all right, man, we're going to get into this thing. Going to have some funny fun. Let's go and get into it. Welcome to the GP News.
Hey.
Welcome to Cerberus Gridiron Podcast News. And the reason why I said we do got some news today, what are your thoughts about Deshaun Watson? And the reason I'm bringing it up is because he had the concussion today, but he was also sitting out an actual shoulder injury. But then they also brought in their third string QB in PJ Walker.
Mm-hmm.
And he looked pretty decent out there. I mean, he ain't Deshaun Watson, but he looked pretty decent.
Yeah, Deshaun Watson currently. I saw he got hit. I saw him hit his head. But what they complained about, I'm guessing he passed the concussion protocol to go back in, but his shoulder. He felt like he retweaked his shoulder, and they was just playing safe. They didn't want to put him back out there. They got the win, so they got the win, but they didn't want to put him back out there. I mean, you're $30 million man, but it's your throwing shoulder. You don't want to put no bad product out there. You don't want to put no bad. Let me ask you this: is it better to put a bad product out there, or is it better to wait on the sideline until you get healed? You kind of win. You kind of win if you don't, because people are gonna say, "Well, he played like shit." Well, he got a bum shoulder, but he was like, "Well, he was out there, so he's."
Yeah, that's pretty much. If you out there,
you to sit down. Exactly.
You got to be. You got to play if you out there.
Right. So when that slander comes, you can't use your shoulder as an excuse. So he's like, "Oh, damn, I'm just gonna sit by on here until I'm held 100%." I get it. I'm not even mad at him for it. I get it. It is what it is. They got the win today. They got 2 wins on the PJ Walker. So
yeah,
it wasn't pretty.
No, it wasn't pretty, but you can take what you get.
Right. It's a W. We'll take it. At the end of the day, that's all that matters.
Yeah. Also, I want to know your thoughts about this. I'm gonna bring it up in early. What's your thoughts about the Giants and then Tyrod Taylor playing better than DJ?
uh, shout out to Tyrod Taylor, Virginia Tech. That's my college team that I root for. I mean, is he better than? I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna sit back here and say he's better than Daniel Jones. I'm not gonna say that. Now he won't turn the ball over near as much as Daniel Jones. He's gonna play it safe a lot better than Daniel Jones. He's a professional.
He's better.
He knows where to go. He is currently playing better. He might be better in Dayball's system because you don't want nobody to turn the ball over. Now he won't take chances. You know what I'm saying? He won't take chances. Probably issue one. He's gonna play this. He's gonna make the smart play and be safe. Hey, they got two. Is it 2 wins under him? They win the last time.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
They got 2 wins under him. They tell DJ just to chill because they're not going anywhere this year anyway. They need another left tackle or they need someone on the offensive line. So they might as well have just let Tyrod figure out the season, let them stink, let them win 4 or 5 games, and get a high draft pick because they're done for this season. It's a wrap.
So
you better look at how you gonna play Saquon.
So what do you do if Tyrod actually, let's just say hypothetically, I like doing hypotheticals. Mm-hmm. What would they do if like Tyrod actually gave them an actual winning season? Took them on like a daggone winning streak.
And they 1-5, and he come back and get them. That's them winning like 6, 7 straight. I mean, I would never pay Daniel Jones, so that was.
I'd have never paid him either.
First of all, but just so you say, okay, they pay Daniel Jones, he go to win streak. Ooh, it's tough.
They wanted that. Like
I would draft the left tackle you said they go to win streak. They mean they're gonna probably make the playoffs.
Well, look at the rest of their games that they got. It's not like it can't be done. They got the Jets
schedule.
They got the
okay.
I'm reading it off to you. So they got the Jets next, which could be a winnable game. Then they got the Raiders. After that, they got the Cowboys, which is an individual game. Like it's gonna be tough, but this is not the same Cowboys team that they played at the very beginning of the season.
It's not.
They don't have Diggs anymore. They still got Parsons up on the end, but then after that, they play the Commanders again, who they just beat.
Yeah, they should beat them.
Then they got the Patriots. Then the Packers, the Saints, and then then they got the Eagles, then the Rams, and then the Eagles again. So
that's 2 losses at the end. Just off the top of your head, you probably said about.
All right, let's feel like this. They probably won't have a daggone winning record, but I'm just saying, hypothetically.
If it happened, what would I do? I would just keep going as is. I would let them have a quarterback battle in the offseason.
You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me, well, not really, because Russell ain't do this. Like Tyrod ain't no rookie though. Right. I was gonna say, like, you know how whenever they played, they paid old buddy. Yeah.
Matt Flynn.
And then Russell came in and just took the job.
Would you draft the quarterback? So let's say it's because your hypothetical is them making the playoffs. So and that's them having like a maybe 22nd pick. Let's say 20. Let's say 22. You drafted a quarterback?
I don't know
because Tyrod, that's your future.
I will say this. I do like the QB class coming out this year.
It's deep.
I do. Oh yes, it's real deep. But they still need to focus on that line up in New York. But with them focusing on that line, though, can you get yourself another running back too, and then like a backup QB? Somebody that can fit Daniel Jones. When can you get off that contract? That's what I want to know. Because one day should have paid him.
Yeah, you can definitely get your back and running back in like the second or third round. Because there's no running back that's going to go in the first round. I don't think this season.
I don't think so
draft. So you definitely get your a running back. And if you want to go, you need to have the line. I would probably go line first, maybe running back, then quarterback in the third. Maybe a diamond that you got an eye on that slips. You snatch it in the third. But yeah, I would have a quarterback battle, man. And there probably is an out probably after next year. Probably won't bet this year. Usually, I play this usually around 2 years. I don't fully understand, the contracts because I hear something different on TV, and then I go read it, and I think I'm reading it a different way from what they said on TV, which they could be wrong on TV. But because it was somebody else, they said it's after Russell Wilson. They said after they can say like $24 million if they cut him this offseason. Something crazy. Now I don't know how much they got to eat, but they can save $24 million. So, I mean,
so this is what I'm looking at right now. So, I'm looking at the dead money, and that's how I determine. So they say that they can get a potential out in 2025.
This is for Daniel Jones.
Yeah, that's for Daniel Jones, and they're saying because of the cap hit in 2025 would only be $22 million, and we know that every year the cap always goes up, even if it's just like a little bit. Right. But I think it's going to be a little higher than that. But like it goes up every year, like at least $12 million. So it's always going to be higher. To be honest with you, I'd never paid his sorry behind. To be honest with you, that's what I never did. I'd daggone franchise tagged his behind. Man, shoot. To be honest with you, they was up in a tough decision.
No, they were. They should have paid Saquon. They should have tagged and tagged Daniel Jones. Because think about that. So let's say you had pay Saquon. See, you pay Saquon around because I was saying JT money, right? JT money. Tag Daniel Jones. Let Daniel Jones go his tag. You see how he's doing now. He's sucking, right? Let Dayball just run the rest of the season with Tyrod.
Let Dayball actually pick his daggone QB.
Pick his quarterback this offseason. Let's roll.
Now he's stuck with Daniel Jones.
You stuck with him. So that's what I would have done.
Unless he daggone just say, hey man, DJ, you sitting your behind up on the bench because we got this rookie that is balling.
That's what I done. I let him be a free agent this year. Bye.
All right, yeah. Don't blame you. And
I said it this offseason too. Yeah, I'm not. If it happened, y'all, all the viewers out there, I said it. They should have paid Quan around $14 million is what I said too, and tagged Daniel Jones.
Yeah, I don't blame you, bro. But
my bad. We were up because the Westerners we got Badgett from the Chicago Bears got his first win from Division II. Boy from nowhere. We got the Detroit Lions. They got their ass spanked.
Yeah.
I think Gibbs she probably had a good fantasy game, but didn't really do that.
It wasn't.
Any other big injuries outside of Deshaun today? I'm trying to think.
No, not that
Bijan Robinson being sick.
Well,
he didn't do anything for you today, which we didn't know he was sick. But you said it happened like today, so that's why people didn't have time to take him out the lineup.
Oh yeah, they set that up on Red Zone. Talking about he had like a virus or something like that. Wasn't feeling too well. So
I wish I had known that, but it wouldn't matter. So I mean, if you're gonna beat me down. Don't let it be close. Those are the worst.
Yeah.
Those are the worst.
All right. This next segment, we are going to talk about some Week 7 trades.
Audio Jungle.
We switched up a little bit, man. We're going to go deep like what we talked about before. We know that it's coming up, and we're got to get y'all thinking about these players that you need to be going after. And some of them had some down weeks this week, and some of the guys that we talked about last week, and we told you just to go in and get them, and some of them performed pretty well. So if you're looking at this up on the audio version, we have Mr. Jared Goff, who he didn't do well today, but just like what we've been talking about before, there's still a QB who you might want to get just to see if you can get him, pluck him off somebody that he didn't do too well. See if you can pluck him off a team just to get ready for the actual playoffs. The other two that I would like to mention is Isaiah Pacheco, which I'm still high on. I think his window is starting to close. Like if you are able to try to get Isaiah Pacheco, do what you can. And it's really for like Isaiah Pacheco. He's not going to be that world star running back that's going to get you about like 30, 40 points, but he's going to be that I call him Mr. Reliable. That's what I call him, Mr. Reliable. And also because he's up in that high power offense too as well. So.
Okay, yeah, he had a touchdown today. He had a receiving touchdown today. That's what he didn't do anything on the ground. 13 carries, 30 yards, 4 catches, 28 yards, with a touchdown. So he had a touchdown.
And then the next one we have Mr. Rhamondre Stevenson.
He had a good game today, I think, right?
Yeah, he had a decent game. It's starting to click because he did help them end up winning against the Bills. You got to be kidding.
Right.
But those are some players.
Bills, I don't know what to say about them.
Those are some players right there that you need to be thinking about whenever you're doing trades. And also some advice out there, because this just happened up and dag on one of our leagues. Whenever you send off a trade, I don't know, you also make sure you read every platform to see what happens whenever a trade is actually executed. And then like what we mean by that is actually reading the rules and seeing if I trade a player that's actually already played already, see if that transaction is actually going to go through. Because in one of our leagues, we had a guy end up like, I'm commissioner on like one of the leagues, and they was like, hey man, I done pushed my trade through, man. Like push my trade through. I was like, all right, cool, bet. Push the trade through. And they was like, hey, I don't see nothing. Like I don't see nothing being pushed through. And then when I looked at the settings, which I already know the settings already because I know the league, come to find out, the dude that's up in the trade, the dude played on Thursday night.
On Thursday night.
Like, I was like, so you're not gonna be able to get the guy and put him up into your lineup this week.
So let me say this. So okay, I just cut you off. So yeah, he wanted to put him in the league. Now let me ask you this: if he didn't include, because there was multiple players, right? So if he didn't include a player that played on played on Thursday, would it have gone through and he could have started him, the other person in his lineup?
Oh yeah, it just went straight through.
Okay, so the fact that they included somebody who played on Thursday, that's what
the reason why I didn't get pushed through.
And every platform isn't like that. It's just this particular platform that we play on. Yeah, he won. Yeah, it was he had 2 players in there. One of the players was playing today, but he wanted to start and couldn't because he included somebody who played on Thursday in the trade.
So there is one thing that I do want to ask you. I know you got some trades that you done push through this week. Let's go and talk about them a little bit, man. Let's talk about some of the trades that you done push through. Let the people know your logic. Give them like a brief rundown of your team, and then the reason why you was thinking about making these trades. And then we just need to know the starters. We don't need to know the bench or anything like that because technically that's the only thing that's actually important is the starting lineup.
So I'm 5 before this week play. Obviously, I'm 5-1 in this league. I'm trying to hold my position where it is, right, to make these playoffs. I'll name both my quarterbacks because one is on the bye. I have Burrow and Geno Smith, Bijan Robinson, Stephon Diggs, Travis Kelce, DJ Moore, Adam Thielen, who's on the bye this week, Jamar Chase, who's also on the bye this week, right? So, and I also have a starter is David Montgomery. And so we all know what happened to David Montgomery, right? He got injured. I think his cartilage in his rib is sore. What I heard, it's more of a pain tolerance thing. Detroit has a bye week. This is week 7? So Detroit has a bye week in week 9. I'm honestly thinking, my thought process, okay, they're probably not going to play. I know he's going to miss week 8. I know he's going to make week 7. He might miss week 8. And so then you got the bye week. So they might as well just let him rest for 3 weeks and play him in week 10 when he gets back. So my thought process, I need another starting running back. And so I'm purveying the teams that are 1-5, that are 2-4, maybe a team that's 3-3. And what can I do to fill that RB2 role? Because I really don't have a really good RB2. I don't have RB3. I have Bijan, I have David Montgomery. Then I have Chuba Hubbard, Tajay Spears. None of them can fill that role of David Montgomery of his production this year. And if you know me, I am a conservative risk taker, right? So I analyze the risk before I take it, right? I don't try not to gamble too much. Like I don't overpay for players in the auction or anything like that. So I guess the best way to describe it is that I am a conservative risk taker. Balance. That's me. I'm not a liberal. I'm not conservative. I'm in the middle. Some things I need to be liberal on, some I need to be conservative on. It's called bipartisan for a reason, even though they don't believe in it. That's a whole other podcast. But so with me being conservative risk taker, I'm like, okay, what can I give up to try to get a running back to at least give me 3 weeks of production, until week 10? Because I'm thinking that he'll be back. Hopefully he'll take me out for the rest of the year. And right now he is a running back 14. Hey, he should be better than that. He's averaging 17. He's averaging almost 18 points a game. So you give me 18 points a game from week 10 to week 18. Hey, that's what I need from. I'll take it. So I reached out. I'm looking, and so there's Raheem Mostert, one of the guys in the GM thing, one of the guys in the league. Raheem Mostert. So I had to trade Raheem Mostert, Jeff Wilson, Zach Moss for Raheem Mostert, Zach Moss, Jeff Wilson, a second in 2024 and a third in 2024. I gave up really nobody's. I gave up Samaje Perine. Who else did I give up, Christian? Samaje, Antonio Gibson. Oh, I gave up the second and the third. Was that it? That was it, right? Was that it?
You gave up a second and third, Perine, and like 2 other no-name players, to be honest with you.
Antonio Gibson, and somebody else I gave up. Basically, no name players, but I gave up the second and third of next year. And also, I'm knowing that Miami. So people, when a trade went through, people in the GM in the league, they got upset. They thought I should have gave up a first for Raheem Mostert because he's an RB1 right now. But what people don't understand, some of the GMs don't understand and know, is that Miami is a warm-weather team. It's about to get cold. They're about to play some tough defenders because they play Kansas City and they play somebody else up next.
I'll get that for you.
They play New England and Kansas City. Then they have a bye. Then they come up with Las Vegas. So those 3 weeks that I need him, one of the weeks, hopefully he come back. They play Philly tonight, which is cold down there in Philly, New England, and then Kansas City. So I was being kind of conservative. I know Raheem Mostert is not going to ball out this week. I fully understand that.
Well,
I need somebody better than what I had on my bench to fill that RB2.
I don't know, because I'm just looking at the schedule right now. Like, they're in Miami, which is still going to be warm. Then they got Kansas City, which is still, it's like kind of a dicey right there. The only games technically, just by looking at this, that are going to be like really cold possibility is Washington and the Ravens, to be honest with you.
You don't think the Jets going to be cold?
It could be like 3 games. Wow. That's 3 out of what? How many games left? 9?
I mean, hey, that's good for me. For me to be able to get I'm hoping I just need him for 3 weeks. That's what I'm hoping. I won't even need him, but I do need a backup in case something happened to Bijan. You see what happened to Bijan today?
Yeah, but you will never know that.
And the way idiot Arthur Smith is running an offense. If you look today, that's a whole other thing. If you look today, you remember I've been complaining for the past 2, maybe 3 weeks of how they've been throwing the ball way too much and not running. If you look today, it was flipped. And what happened? They won. Stop fucking throwing the ball with Ritter. Please, you need to throw the ball 30 plus times. Just stop, Arthur Smith. Just stop. That was a lot. But that was I'm a conservative risk taker. I got Raheem Mostert hopefully to buy me a few weeks. And I got his handcuff and Jeff Wilson. Also, A-Chain comes back week 11. So that was my thought process. I gave up a second and a third. That's what I was going for. Now, you had a trade in our other league that we're in the league together.
Yeah.
So let's talk about your trade and why you made the trade, because I think you were also 5-1, and I don't know if you had anybody was injured, or you had anybody that you're upcoming to fill in a role. So let's talk about your trade.
So I'm actually going to break my trade down into like two trades. It actually, like, my philosophy is, so like when this league, so just so everybody knows, like whenever this league started off, this is actually a salary cap type league. And the first thing is, as my co-host will probably tell y'all, I like trying to do different things that are different to see if I can finagle and try to have like a better record. That didn't work too well my first year. I ended up trying to not get a running back that was like a top 10 running back or like a top 15 running back. So, because I like trying different things. This also was like a half point PPR for like tight end premium. So I blew up my team. I blew it up years 1 and 2, blew it up because they didn't do too well. And pretty much I told people, hey, y'all better be ready because my team is about to be a heat by the time year 3. This is year in 2 years. So this is year 4 for us. So I said, hey, we got 2 years, and then my team's going to stink for 2 years, and then, hey, we're going to be something.
They did that. That's what happened.
So last year, my team actually performed better than like what my team was supposed to be. And I should have just went on straight through. I probably couldn't end up winning the playoffs, but
I also told him that too. But I digress.
But that's where our philosophies are different. I like the picks. He likes the chicks. So this year I knew my whole focus is I'm 5-1. I have a purpose now, and my purpose is to make sure I bring home that ship. So my starting lineup as of right now is, and this was before like this team actually got assembled. So I got Patrick Mahomes as my starting QB. I do not have an RB2, so I want y'all to think about that. And when y'all start looking at my team, my RB2 right now is between these 3 people, or these 3 running backs. I do not know which one is going to be it. So if you don't know which one is going to be it, then you don't have an RB2.
It is.
I have Kendre Miller, which I'm big on rookies. I love drafting rookies. That's just how I am. I understand that my philosophy, whenever I'm building my team, I don't need my rookies to start right away. And that's just me. Some people, they want their rookies to start right once they draft them, and they're expecting them to do 25, 30 points. Me, I got a different philosophy. I want my rookies to ride that bench and understand the actual playbook that they in. And by year 3, if you ain't starting by year 3, then hey man, there's the dough. You're gonna be gone. Unless I gonna have you as like a trade piece because I know that somebody else wants you. But so I don't have an RB2. So that's what I want y'all to think about right there. At my number 1 wide receiver position, I do have CD Lamb. I also am the person that got spilt that Justin Jefferson, who is now on IR, which that's another thing right there. So I have him as my wide receiver 2. And then as my wide receiver 3/flex spot, I have Scary Terry. So that's who I have right now. And then at my tight end, I have Travis Kelce. So this is a tight end premium or like a half a point PPR league, tight end premium league. For those that don't understand that means that you get 1.5 points for every catch for the tight ends.
1.5.
Then we also play up in like a defensive league, so which some of y'all really don't care about that, but it don't make a difference. We don't care. And then we got a kicker too, like kickers. Like I've been trying to get rid of kickers and defenses, but we're gonna see what's gonna happen. I don't think it's gonna happen, but hey, it is what it is. So I'm gonna take y'all down my thought process. Like you already know that I do not have an RB2. So the first thing that I did was, as what the co-host said, he reached out to a team that was 1-5. So the first thing I did was I reached out to one of the teams that was 1-5, analyzed this team, and was like, all right, I'm missing this position, like RB2. So I reached out to him and I was like, hey, you got David Montgomery on your team. Your team ain't gonna be doing good. And we already see with what and we already see what David Montgomery is doing right now. So I sent the first in 24. Pretty much, I gave him back his first, which I probably should have never did. But with me, whenever
back his first, whoa.
Yeah, I gave him back his first.
His first, you didn't have any more other first to give back?
Yeah, I had one that was going to be like, that's one way I can get the deal done. So
I'm going to win. He won his first back.
Because in this league, it's sort of different. Like we do the actual number one pick bracket. So he copied from our league, the other league. And what people don't know what the number one pick bracket is what we do is you got the winners bracket and then you got the number one pick bracket. So it keeps people engaged. And if you're seventh, you end up seventh and eighth, you end up getting the bye, and then ninth and 10th, and then like 11 and 12, they end up playing in like a playoff bracket, just everybody down there up in the bottom six trying to get the number one pick. So it keeps people engaged, and then it keeps people understanding and focused into the league. So he wanted that. So since he wanted that, I was like, all right, cool, bet. You can go and have it. I don't care. I'm still focused. I already got my rookies from last year, which should end up I don't know. So I got my rookies from last year. So I was like, all right. So I sent that trade over to him. So I ended up getting David Montgomery. But then I wasn't satisfied right there. So then I was like, all right, cool, bet. I need to take it to another level. And for many people, the one thing I do is I analyze everybody's team all the way through. Like I told y'all before at the very beginning, y'all need to go reach out to all these other GMs, make a daggone relationship with them, understand what they want just to get a trade off. So I've already asked about these same people at the very beginning of the season. And what I ended up doing was I ended up going after the same team, not the same GM, but another team that has like a losing record. And I was like, hey, what are you looking for? Like, are you looking just to rebuild, or are you trying just to see if you end up winning? He ended up coming back saying, hey, get back at me tomorrow. Like, let me check my team out. So he came back and he let me know that, hey, I'm looking at trying to like rebuild. Like, what can you do for me? So then end up sending him this trade because right now, everybody, I'm in a win now mode. You already see how my team is set up. I do not have an RB2. Well, I got David Montgomery right now, but I can't be satisfied right there. I need to take my team to that next level. So if I can trade him away, I'll trade him away to get a better piece on top of anything else. So what I ended up doing is I had another first, and then I had a couple seconds. But these seconds are like back end seconds, so like they're closer to like the third round. So with me, I'm focused on trying to win this year, and I'm also trying to build my team for next year too as well. So I ended up trading David Montgomery, J.K. Dobbins. Huh?
I was just saying that David Montgomery that he just acquired.
Yep. And J.K. Dobbins, who is on IR. And then on top of that, I ended up, those only two people. But I traded away a first and then 2 seconds, a second in 24, and then a second up in 25. And I ended up getting back Tony Pollard, Brandon Ayuk, and then Jaden Reed. Me, I've been high on Jaden Reed for like the longest since he's came out of college. So I was trying to do whatever I could just to get him. So that's one of the guys that I was trying to get from like the very beginning because I think he's going to be a force in the Packers offense.
Who draft pick did you trade? Was it yours or somebody else?
I traded 1-2 punch, which is probably going to end up being like a back, like he should make the playoffs. So that was my mindset of like me getting rid of. And as of right now, my team as of now stands with, I have Patrick Mahomes, which is my QB1. I have Travis Etienne, and I also have Tony Pollard, which y'all can see that I upgrade vastly in that he's my RB2 now. At wide receivers starting, I have the same wide receivers, but also have a flex that I can flip with Terry and then Brandon Ayuk, which hopefully JJ will come back and actually play. We don't know.
That's
iffy. That's iffy. But like what they say, next week got to stay tuned and come back because I'm also working. I got another trade that I'm working out, trying to solidify some other pieces to make sure that I continue this streak to actually get this ship. So make sure y'all stay tuned next week and come back and see if I actually was able to get this trade off. But right now the team is Patrick Mahomes, Tony Pollard, Travis Etienne, CeeDee Lamb, Justin Jefferson, and possibility is probably going to be like a Brandon Ayuk, which don't be shocked if he's gone by next week. If he's on the move. If he's on the move and so just stay tuned on that one. And then I got Scary Terry as like another flex that will be down there. Travis Kelce and kickers and defense. Y'all really don't even need to worry about those. But that's the lineup right there. So what are your thoughts? Are you thinking about any moves that you're going to make next week or no?
I don't have anybody. No, especially not in this league here. I'm kind of satisfied. I'm happy. Excuse me. I'm happy with who I have in this league. If my team performs to their potential, me having Cooper Kupp, Stephon Diggs, and Jamar Chase, and then Kenneth Walker and either Bijan or Brees. I think I got a pretty good squad. Jared Goff. Hopefully he's playing some indoor games coming up. I know he's got a bye week in week 9. Who's not back up? Baker Mayfield. No, as of right now, I'm just holding still. I'm holding steady to see. I don't have anybody on my radar. Any kind of move I'm trying to make until Dave Montgomery gets back. I'm estimating week 10 if he's not coming back any sooner.
So, based off what you said, that's the reason why I had to get off him.
Who? Dave Montgomery?
Mm-hmm. I can't be waiting until you come back to like week 10, hopefully.
Oh.
I need you to I need my players to perform, man.
That's when he got Pollard. Yeah,
that's when I got Pollard. I was like, "Hey, man, let me go and make this sacrifice," because I've been. So I tried to get King Henry because.
Oh, really? How much was that contract?
Oh, it's too much. So that's why I couldn't get him because I was trying to look. I was like, I'm not about to decimate my team. It's already decimated already. So.
And why you want King Henry? Oh, get that pick. Let's go, dear Slay. I'm so sorry. That's live and in covers. Let's go. Let's go, dear Slay. Let's go.
Well, because I feel like he's going to end up being traded. So that's the reason why I was like, well.
See, they were saying, but they saying they can't get no trade partners for him.
Oh, you want to know why they can't get no trade partners?
Because somebody want too much? They want too much? What?
They probably want too much for him. But if you already know for a fact that, hey, man, go and let the rookie spin, man. Let the rookie spin, and then go and get what you can get.
Let Tajay spin. I got Tajay in the other league. Let Tajay spin. Let him go. You must have him too. In this league.
Nah, I ain't got him. Remember I told you at the very beginning?
Let him. Yeah. I'm with you. Let Tajay go. Unleash him, please.
Let him spin.
Back half of the season, because I need it.
Mm-hmm.
I need it. I need to prove some people wrong. I also need him to produce.
Yep. You gotta do what you gotta do.
So you should be King Henry? Ooh, you better than me. I don't know what they think.
Well, no, it was because the contract's only for like this year, and that's all. That's why I said like all the moves that I'm making, they're all for a push for like this year.
I got now that I would have done that. Okay, I understand that.
So like my team is good for this year and for next year based off the moves that I've been doing. That's what I've been trying to do is set myself up for this year and next year. But we will see what ends up happening in the next segment. We are back at it again. We are back with the week 7 highs. And we got some shocking people here this week, which this might be the last time you actually see them up at like a week 7 high. And we got Mr. Gus Edwards, Mr. Cortland Sutton, and Mr. Tyrod Taylor.
Hey.
So at the QB position for the Week 7 highs, we got Mr. Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, he
We
balled
got
out
Mr.
today.
Patrick Mahomes, who put on a
He balled out
show
today.
today. Then we also had Mr. Gardner Minshew, who did his thing in that slugfest back and forth, but they didn't have enough spectacular just to get that W. Josh Allen, and then just like what we mentioned before not too long ago was Tyrod. At the running back position, we had Donta Foreman, who showed that, hey, if you get him the ball, like what we talked about last week, 21, it takes repetition for that man. And then he'll get you what you need. Then we also had Mr. Alvin Kamara, which pretty much he is Mr. Drop down. Like that's all I see is just swing passes.
Mr. Who?
Check down.
AK. That ain't his fault. That's weak at Derek Carr. Just like Drew Brees. Hell. Just like Drew Brees. Check down,
check down.
I'm like, man.
Then you also had Mr. Jahmyr Gibbs, which we know some of the majority of that was all during garbage time. So, and that's the thing about fantasy, man. You got to take it with the grain of salt, but you also got to be happy too, because especially if you got some of these players. Shoot, one of the other guys that I'm about to talk about too, man. He had a field day because they was down by so much. Then at the other running back position, we have Mr. Travis Etienne Jr. and then Mr. Gus Edwards, all making the Week 7 highs. At the wide receiver position, we got Mr. Josh Downs. This rookie came out of nowhere. And just so everybody knows, this is not including any of the players that are playing right now in the game for the Eagles versus Miami or the Monday night game that is coming up. It's not including anybody like that. But we also want to thank everybody for listening to this podcast. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to give us a 5-star ratings. And go and give us some comments down there up on the YouTube channel for Cerberus Fantasy Sports. Let us know, go and interact with us, man. We like interacting with everybody back and forth, like giving us our perspective, especially whenever it comes to our trade segment not too long ago. This past, just let us know any trades out there that you're doing right now and then that you think we should be looking at. And then at number 2, we got Mr. Puka Nacua. We have Mr. Amon-Ra St. Brown. We have Mr. Mike Evans, and we have Mr. Cortland Sutton. That is your Week 7 highs. Chris, do you think is there anybody out there that you were shocked about for actually making? I know I put the 3 guys out there, but did you think that they would have made the list or no?
I mean, I was shocked Tyrod made it. I was shocked Josh Downs, man. Shout out to the rookie for him. Welcome back. As far as the running back, Donta Foreman. I'm just mad that I don't know what's going on with Roschon Johnson, how he's still in concussion protocol 3 weeks in a row. It's supposed to be his coming out party for the past 2 weeks. Sucks for him because I have him in one of my leagues. So yeah, I would probably say Tyrod Taylor, Josh Downs. That's a welcome. That's a shocking sighting for them. Especially you don't really see Tyrod as putting up numbers to be as a top week high. So shout out to him. That is a shot.
Yep, it is. In the next segment, we are going to talk about the Week 7 lows. Some of the guys that, oh my gosh, made you say that. Ew. Where'd they go? And what are they doing? And some of the guys that we are talking about is, where did Jared Goff go? We knew this was going to be a tough matchup.
20-mile-an-hour winds, playing outside in Baltimore. They 5-1. They're the NFL darlings right now between them and Miami. And so of the NFC, and they ran to a buzzsaw. We knew it was going to happen. We knew it was going to happen.
So, do you think this was some extra motivation from the head coach? Do you think is it Joe Harbaugh or the John? No, it was from Dan.
John Harbaugh.
Yeah, John Harbaugh. Dan Campbell came out and said, if you think we was the daggone hunted, And then like you trying to hunt like us as like a team up in the NFL. We ain't hard to find, y'all. He said we're gonna be right there up on y'all. We're gonna be right there up on y'all front porch.
He said it before the game started.
He said that this week, dog.
Oh,
he said we ain't hard to find, dog.
Okay.
We ain't hard to find. If you looking for us, we right there up on your front porch.
He's feeling himself.
Hey man, they gave him that extra motivation right there.
Mm-hmm.
But
he came down man, high, got his ass punched right in the mouth. Yeah, buddy, get on ass kicking, 38-6.
And then at the other QB position, we got Mr. Justin Herbert on there. Like, he really didn't. And we already know how you feel about Mr. J. Herbert. You want the head coach gone. You want him gone.
I need him gone. I need him gone. Like last week, Justin Herbert did not have a good game today, though. But yeah, Staley is part of the problem. Justin Herbert, I need him to make them big throws when it count. I'm starting to see something I don't really like. I will say that.
Okay.
I'm starting to see something that I don't like from Justin Herbert. And maybe I know you got the injured left hand.
You got the middle finger.
But our middle finger, I'm starting to see something for him that I don't really like. You're supposed to be that dude that just paid you $270 or whatever it was.
You got that bread.
But I do want to get rid of Staley though. He got to go. He has to go regardless. Has to go. I'll fire his ass today.
Yeah. All right. In the running back position, we got Mr. Josh Jacobs. Man, this is what happens whenever you got running backs that are trying to get paid, man. He ain't gonna get paid off this next year, I don't think.
No. And what did I say about running backs having over 350 carries last year? The next year, they have a down year.
And also, in the wide receiver position, we got Mr. Cooper Kupp. He didn't perform too well today.
He had some drops today, too, from what I heard. But go ahead.
Yeah, man, I don't know what he did today, but I just know he didn't perform. And that's what all these owners, that's all they care about is I need you to perform. I don't care if you were sick. Hey, man, some people, man, y'all see how these people be acting about winning games and up on IG and everything? People throwing tables. Shoot, we had one diehard Cowboys fan do a daggone something through the daggone like through the TV, throwing the TV off the balcony and everything. Like you ain't got to pay for a daggone new TV. Like the nerve of people. Then on top of that, I saw one dude punch a daggone memorabilia like poster or something like that dag glass just to rip the thing out and then just to rip it up. So now you got to go to the emergency room because your team's not performing. And now you got to think about that and then look at it because you got blood all up on your knuckles. But hey, man, this ain't daggone. This ain't no soap opera or anything like that. Let's go get back to the fantasy. But yeah, Cooper Kupp didn't perform. Keenan Allen didn't do a little thing either this week. And then another
Herbert on there. So Justin on there, he's probably gonna be on there too.
Yeah, and Mr. Calvin Ridley. I don't know what the world's going on with daggone Calvin Ridley right now.
Hey,
I did watch the game.
What we said is coming to fruition. We said it, didn't we? At the beginning of the season.
Yeah. Then next you know, also we got Mr. Chris Olave out there too. I don't know, like man, Mr. Check Down Derek Carr ain't daggone looking his way, but man, that is your week 7 lows right there. Man, if there's anybody that you think we should have added to the list, go on, let us know, man. Let us know down up in the comments who you think we should have put on there. And just like let us know because right now this is the week 7 lows. So
my home pod just started playing that song. Yeah, sorry about that.
Hey man, that's what happens whenever
they listen, ain't it?
When
did he catch that? AJ Brown caught that. Let's go.
When your team is doing well and everything like that. And then also everybody, if y'all think we should do another podcast or like another extension to the podcast. Go and let us know, man. Call it like bets and something about bets. Because these people, they be betting up a storm.
Something about bets. Something about Mary. Something about bets.
Hey, man. So, any last words?
No. It's week 7 pretty much in the book. Week 8. I know some people probably have, a trade deadline coming up. Make sure you get them trades in before the deadline. We thank everyone for coming out. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us, and we appreciate that. Love, spread love, not hate.
Spread love, not hate. Also, people don't remember, this is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. We're going to give shout outs for all the people that actually are breast cancer survivors, and our condolences are to all the people that didn't survive breast cancer. Hearts go out to your families. Also, since this is probably end up planned, we won't have an episode on Halloween. We would also like to say happy Halloween to everybody that's actually into that, trick-or-treating with your family, with your kids, if you got kids. And just gonna have some fun, man. Just like what he said. Spread love, not hate. Spread love, not hate.
Subscribe, like, everywhere the platforms are, YouTube, podcasts, all the other platforms. Feedback is a gift.
Yes, it is. And just give us that feedback. All right, we out.
Thanks for checking out another episode of Cerberus Gridiron Podcast, powered by Cerberus Fantasy Sports. Make sure you stay tuned for the next episode.